Hey there, it's Lee Davenport, and today I'm taking Under the Cell Scope Search Alliance. If you haven't heard of them, I am actually surprised. They are just a couple of months old, but they have several thousands of agents a part of this network. So they are definitely becoming a true force to be reckoned with in the real estate industry. And let's find out why. Now, here on their website, they claim that this is the agent powered answer to the portals. Let's take them under the cell scope and find out. The first thing is a free IDX website. We're going to take a look at that. The second thing they offer is lead generation. The third thing they offer is a way to, I'm going to say this old school term now, but pimp your Facebook page or enhance your Facebook page. So let's take a look at all three things and see if this is something that you should investigate and include potentially in your business. So here, let's start with what it looks like for a buyer who goes to your IDX site with them. First and foremost, notice that your agent photo, name, and company will be very prominent. The second thing, let's jump right into this particular agent, Jennifer, her service area. I feel like I didn't spell that right. Let's take a look. Let's just select it. So we're going to Jennifer's service area, but before we do that, notice that her face, her name, company is very prominent. If we click the drop down, you can view her profile and her featured listings and even contact her. So for a free IDX site, this is very robust and powerful because it gets buyers to connect with you. It gets people to know who you are, your brand. It is not, if you notice, you actually don't see Search Alliance anywhere. You do have the parent company, Home ASAP, there, but it's not very pronounced. You, as the agent, you get top billing. So that's already a win in my book. The next thing is you see that it has a very robust map and search option. And home buyers in this day and age, they're used to this. So if they see these different numbers, they can hover over it and see the property price, address, details about the home, how long it's been on the market. Let's actually click on one. Now, if we click on one, we can scroll through the pictures at the very top. We can enlarge the pictures. We can make them small again. We can scroll down and see more details about the home. Again, how many days on the market, features about the home. We do see the listing agent's information, the listing broker's information, because this is pulled through the local MLS. Now, currently, they are Search Alliances in 165 MLS markets. So that is pretty good, again, to just be a couple of months old. But that does mean your market may not be here yet. So I want to encourage you, if you go check them out and you find that they don't have your MLS, shoot them a message. Let them know that you're interested in what MLS market you're in. Below that, notice that your information is prominent yet again. And really, it's prominent three places. We see her face, Jennifer's face, three different areas right now. And again, the actual provider of this free site has been minimized. So Home ASAP, yes, they're down here, but it's not really about them. It's about you. And that's pretty fantastic. We don't see that a lot with a free website, right? The next thing you'll notice is you can check, your buyers can check, you can check, sellers can check by parcel, street view, aerial view. Let's click on street view to walk around a neighborhood in the comfort of your home. So you don't have to get up from the couch to actually explore a neighborhood and see what's there, what it looks like. This is vital for buyers that are relocating or even moving to an area that they're not familiar with. You can see cars that are sitting on the grass and so forth and decide, is this a neighborhood that we really want to live in? So that's great for your clients. And again, for this to be free, I don't know that you can really beat free for this. The next thing, neighborhood demographics, that's critical. Transportation, commute times, weather, And yet again, more contact information. You're branded to this page. I love that because, again, for a free site, to have so many opportunities for people to reach out and touch you and connect with you and make you their agent. This is very, very helpful. And it can help you grow your business and establish your business if you're a newer agent. Also, they have school information from great schools. They pull that right on over. So it's a site that many families, parents trust, which is great. Let's close this out. And when I close this out, notice that this map function is still here. So this is the free IDX site. We can hide this map. So if your clients don't really want to see the map, they just want to look at pictures, they can do that, or we can go back to the map. So again, very robust. Like most maps, we can scroll on the map without retyping anything. And when we scroll, the results are moved and shifted to the new area of the map. So this can be very helpful. You decide, hey, I want to get leads from the Search Alliance. They give you that option. And I think their option, the way they do this, is a pretty novel approach that we haven't really seen in real estate. We've seen this technology in other industries, but not really in real estate. So let me zoom out and get to an area that's outside of where Jennifer probably works. Oops, I'm going really far here. Actually, I'll come over to Georgia where I am. So I'll jump over to Atlanta. Now that I'm in Atlanta, I can see different homes, but notice what it did. We no longer see Jennifer's photo. We see Kenneth's photo. This is interesting because now you can see the possibility to generate leads. And here's why. A lot of us have a network and sphere of influence of people who, yes, maybe they live near us now, but maybe they have to relocate. Or maybe we know people from high school or in our family who don't live near us. They're outside of our MLS and they are searching for homes. You can see now that this can actually be a site, since it can shift throughout the entire country. This can be a site where you can actually generate leads for people that are looking in your area. Very, very powerful feature. And I know you're wondering, well, that's not really novel. You said this would be something unique and interesting. Well, you're right. That part is not interesting. There are many sites where we can go and people can search in different areas and we get that lead for a price, of course. But here's the part that I think is very different. It's their pricing structure. So let's take a look at that. So this is the Search Alliance dashboard. And I want you to notice a few things that are, again, very unique and different for the real estate industry. First and foremost, we can bid on how much we want to spend per lead. We don't have to say, well, I want to work this zip code, and for this zip code, I have to pay X amount of dollars. I have to pay several $100s or several $1,000s a month. We're not told what we have to spend. We dictate what we spend, both at the lead level and then our monthly budget. So, for example, this month, we're going into the holiday season. Hey, you might say, I might only have $60 this month to spend on marketing. I do not have $600. So instead of being pigeonholed into paying one price, you can actually determine what you need to pay. Now, I know you're probably wondering, well, how would I know how much to pay for a lead, right? Well, Search Alliance gives you a range. So here in the middle, based on your area that you select, it will tell you the lows and the highs and the likelihood of winning the lead, because on their site, the lead goes to the highest bidder. Show that you all may be familiar with, and that is The Price is Right. If you've ever seen this show, you might have seen someone like the lady in red bid one amount, and then someone else bid a dollar over. That is beyond frustrating for the first person. And as the site and the network continues to grow and thousands of more agents join it, particularly in your service area, you run into an issue, I think, where this graph and these metrics that they have will start changing much more rapidly. So it might be one price one moment and the price goes up every moment. Obviously, that's when it really gets big and there are a lot of people in your service area and they grow into a large network. At the rate they're going, this could be sooner than later. So that is one of my concerns, and that's on my wish list, is that they will continue to improve and perfect this so that the amount you pay per lead doesn't get out of control and it doesn't feel like you're on The Price is Right. During the height of the recession, a lot of agents did not like to do bidding wars because of that back and forth. But I think that this is still a very novel and dynamic opportunity to no longer say, hey, I want to generate leads, so you tell me what area code I can have and how much I have to pay. Instead, we as the agents have a little more control where we can say, hey, I only want to spend this much per month, and we're not locked into a contract. We don't have to do this for 3 months in a row or 6 months. We can do it 1 month on, next month we could pay zero. The following month we could pay zero. It can all be dependent upon what our budget is. And I love this. And I think, again, this is a game changer. And this is you can select your service area. So you don't have to get pigeonholed into a zip code that you don't really work. You can select the area you want to be in. And even though there may be other agents that overlap, again, it's going to go to the highest bidder. So you do want to pay attention to this middle graph and be as competitive as possible within your monthly budget. The next thing I want you to notice here is that they give network credits. Now, this again is something very unique, I believe, to this lead generation site, to Search Alliance. And that is, if someone comes to you and maybe they're another agent, you get a lead that's another agent. Now, you've just spent $6, $5 on it. That's not fair, right? Well, we know with most other providers, it would be, oh, well, right? But what Search Alliance has said is if you get a lead like that, that's not a bona fide lead, it's another agent, or maybe it's a 13-year-old who is just looking for Justin Bieber's house. Well, hey, I don't want to pay for that. Search Alliance says you don't have to. They will give you a credit back. That's unheard of, truthfully. And so I think their customer service is stellar in offering something like that. And it really does show that this site is not just a portal that's out for itself, but it really is something here to help us as agents. That alone would be a reason where if you are spending money on buying leads, try this site. That's, you really can't lose with something like that. Another way you can build credits, and I love this as well, is as you're promoting your personal link, because you will get, with your free IDX site, you get a URL, a website link. You can promote that. You can put that in your email signature. You can put that on advertisements. You can tell people and post that to people. And if people come to your link directly, you don't get billed for that. You don't get dinged. That's not a part of your budget. So you can send that out. But the good thing is, if those people decide to connect with another agent in the Search Alliance because they are looking outside of your service area. Now, if they're in your service area, they stay with you. But if they're looking outside of your service area, you get a credit if they connect with the other agent. So this again becomes a win-win, to the point where, hey, maybe you might have a free month. You might have several free months if you build up enough credits, if you're sending out and promoting your Search Alliance link among all the people you know. Because think about it. Again, you might have people you went to high school with, friends and family that live out of state. If you're sharing this link with them and they're searching for their homes on that site, you will get credits if they connect with agents that are part of the Search Alliance. Or if they come back to your service area and decide to look in your area, they stay with you. You don't pay for that. I really do feel that this is such a win-win. I feel like you really don't lose with this site because, again, you're not locked into a contract. If you don't want to buy leads, you don't have to. If you do decide you want to try out the leads, they give you the tools to help. So I absolutely love this. And no, I have no interest in this company. I'm not a stockholder. They didn't pay me. I really just like how this is set up. And I think that, again, we can benefit from it immensely. Now, I will say my second wish list option is, although we get credits for our referrals that connect with people within the network, I would like to see a second tier or a second layer added to this where we can specifically refer people to agents within the network and it be tracked through this system, and we can refer it for our typical referral fee. If you've been in the business for any length of time, you've probably been given a referral or given a referral, and on either side, it can be profitable. So I really would love to see, a part of my wish list is that Search Alliance would add an option for us to actually refer people within the network. So getting credits are great, and I think, again, this is something that no other site is doing. So I don't want to snub that or speak lightly of that because I think that is very powerful. But on top of getting the credits, we should also be able to send referrals to people and, charge whatever our normal referral fee might be. The third thing they offer is an option to what I'll call is pimp your Facebook business page. Notice here on Jennifer's page that here in the left-hand column, she has the option to find a home, which is this section here. And she has an option to show featured listings. Now, there's other plugins that can do some of these things, but again, this works with your free IDX site. So I think that makes this stand alone and stand apart. Now, this is not free. The IDX website is free, but this Facebook plugin is $99 a year. If that's in your budget, I think it's a good look for you to have on your business page. So now people that are on Facebook and they happen to come across you for whatever reason, it could be a testimonial that maybe one of your clients gave, maybe one of the ads you're running, or maybe they just stumbled across your page. Bottom line is they can come here and first see your featured listings, and two, get directed directly to your IDX site with little steps and clicks to do. So I think this is, again, is very powerful. Now we're back over on your IDX site, and this is not someone who counts against your budget. Your budget is only if you get a lead from Search Alliance, but this came from your own Facebook site. I see why in just a couple of months they've had thousands of agents join them. I want to encourage you to explore what they offer. Now, I will say my third wish list item, again, they're new, so these are not hardcore criticisms, but just my wish list. Third thing is that if people could come to your Facebook page and actually search right here on Facebook. So if the plugin could keep people right here on Facebook, instead of, as you saw, when I click search, it opens a new window. That's not horrible. It's not. It's really not. But I think it would be just another wonderful feature if people didn't have to leave Facebook at all. Because as I said before, we all understand that if you're on a social media site to see what your friends and family are up to, you don't necessarily want to leave. So I think if we can keep people right in Facebook by having that IDX search window right here, oh boy, this would be, my dreams would come true. Well, with all of this, I hope you enjoyed today's Under the Cell Scope. I encourage you to check out Search Alliance. Here's their website, joinsearchalliance.com. And let me know what your thoughts are about this. Leave comments below or feel free, message me on Facebook, Instagram. My handle is the same on both. It's at learnwithlee.realtor. That's also my website, learnwithlee.realtor. Until next time, happy selling.